Hello, children. Yuri wants to make a pitcher, a large pitcher, big pitcher, and it's going to look like this. Okay. So, cameraman, you got this view. So here's the problem: when we want to make something big and tall, especially when you're first learning how to throw, it's going to be really thick here on the bottom, and then as you get towards the top, you'll be able to make it thinner. But this is a problem, and also what's probably going to end up happening is she's only going to be able to get it like that tall, and it's going to be super thick at the top, at the bottom, and a little bit thinner at the top, right? So I'm going to show you how to throw a pot upside down. So that we don't have this problem. This won't matter. A heavy bottom is not going to matter because we're going to throw it upside down. So what we're going to do to start, can you see me okay?
I can.
Okay. What we're going to do to start is take a lot of clay, make sure that we've got the bottom rounded, the wheel head is a little bit damp but not soaking wet. And then, now because I've got a lot of clay here, I'm going to take the time to slap center it. Okay, and then I need to get it going fast. And get it centered. So everything else you're going to do the same. The only thing that I'm going to do different really is I'm going to open it up all the way to the bottom. So I'm not going to have a bottom on this one. So I'm going straight to the wheel head. And then I'm going to throw it like I normally would. But what I'm going to aim at doing is really trying to make a volcano shape. Because this is going to become the bottom. This is not the top, this is going to be the bottom. Right? Now, what I need to do is let this dry, or I need to speed dry it. So, hair dryer, or if you're me, And I'm going to dry it to about right there. Okay? It needs to be fairly leather hard, but the bottom I'm going to leave really wet. Because I'm going to put a slab bottom on the bottom of this, and then I'm going to flip it upside down and I'll recenter it, and I'll be able to throw that top part to make the spout. A few moments later. How long are we running?
10.
Okay, this is leather hard now, and it's pretty stiff. So I got a slab here. I'm gonna put a little bit of water just on the top here. And then I'm gonna press the slab on gently, and I'm gonna take just a little bit of water and use that water to help me press down and attach that bottom. So I'm going to dry this again really quickly so that I can flip it over and it's not going to collapse. Okay. That feels, dry to the touch. It's not too wet. I'm going to take my wire tool and pull underneath a couple of times. Then I need to very carefully pick this up and flip it. And I'm going to recenter this. So I'm going to spin it slowly, and wherever my finger touches, I'm going to stop the wheel and push it forward just a little bit. So that's pretty much centered now. I'm going to take some of my extra clay and I'm going to make some wads. So without getting it off center, I'm going to press clay down against the wheel head, and
So it doesn't move, right?
yeah, at least in 3 spots. But I usually do pretty wide wads on the bottom so that I'm pretty confident that I've got it held pretty well. And then I will trim off a little bit of the inside. And then I can throw the top. So be careful about how much water you add to this, because if you add too much water here at the bottom, it could sort of start to collapse. And I'm going to get my hands wet and kind of pick a spot and run that back and forth a little bit, and I'll kind of pull my fingers on the side a little bit and then work on making, so I probably will have to clean that up a little bit more once this sets up a little bit more. But that's the basic shape, and I'll put the handle on, and that's it, right? And now my bottom is thin and my top is thin, and I was able to throw something bigger than I would have been able to otherwise. Oh. Okay. I tried one handle and I didn't like it. I tried attaching it down here, and I decided that was too long and awkward, so I needed a shorter handle. And so I've got this clay, which is gonna probably be about the right size, but what I wanna do is I wanna pull this handle just a little bit. This does two things. It's gonna make the handle more flexible, and it's gonna give me a little bit more life in my handle. So I like dragging my knuckle, this knuckle, along the middle. It gives it a better feel, and so I'm kind of pulling it at this angle too, because I'm gonna want this to be kind of like that. So what I'm gonna do first is I need to attach this, and I know that I want this angle, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this off at kind of a 45-ish degree angle, maybe slightly more than that. I'm gonna add a little bit of water for my slit, and then I'm going to press that on really pretty firmly, and then I've already kind of got it curved, and I'm just gonna support it on the inside and kind of thump and compress the bottom of that handle on. And now I think I've got a better proportion for the handle when I go to pour. So I'm just gonna check that everything is kind of attached well. So that the parts of it that are too dry and the parts of it that are too wet will all kind of become the same, and then I'll come back tomorrow and do my final cleanup and any decoration. That's all, children.